Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. After overseeing discussion of resolution and collusion, the Bronzo People Committee were asked to take action to fully address any remaining challenges and issues by the Standing Committee of the Bronzo People Council. During the supervision session, discussion and suggestion met by the Bronzo People Council and its agency between the start of the 2021-2026 term and the present. Under the supervision of the Standing Committee of the Bronzo People Council, the following resolution and recommendation is the following supervision and review of the resolution are still being implemented. A resolution has issued with implementation that have been brought up by the Standing Committee of the Bronzo People Council and are regularly being resolved, particularly the ones that deal with regime and policy that affect beneficiary interests. The province people have written the directive and designated specialized agency to implement the recommendation for the implementation of the committee collusion and recommendation through the supervision, explanation, and questioning of the Provincial People Council and its agency. Publicly implementation results in accordance with the mandated schedule. Otherwise, reporting on the results of implementing reporting on the results of implementing several recommendations merely and with updating the directive paper without any implementation result. People rights have been impacted by some recommendations made through supervision that span numerous sectors and levels and haven't been fully addressed in a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the November regular meeting of the People's Committee of the Nan Province, chaired by Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the People's Committee of the Nan Province, took place on the morning of November 23rd and was broadcasted online to the district and town also. The People's Committee of the Nan Province gave their opinions on 24 contents submitted by the department and branches. The leaders of Provincial People's Committee departments, the district committees, and the branches gave their opinions on the presentation of the resolution related to urban development of the Nan City, regulates policies to support collective and cooperative economic development in the province for the period of 2023 to 2025, resolution approving and adjusting investment policies for the rupee public investment projects under the authority of the Provincial People's Council, resolution promulgating the list of public services using state budgets in the health sector, resolution amending and supplementing resolution number 29 of Provincial People's Council on decentralizing tasks of environmental protection funding in the province, resolution on land recovery to implement the socio-economic development projects for the national and public benefits in the province in 2024, resolution on converting the use of purpose of rice cultivation land, protecting forest land and special use forest land to implement the third project in 2023 in the province. The resolution stipulates the level of collection and units for calculating environmental protection fees for mineral exploitation, and the implementation of the socio-economic development plan and public investment in 2023 and the socio-economic development and public investment plan in 2024, the contents related to the local budgets. At the same time, the Provincial People's Committee also gave comments on the reports that will be submitted to the Provincial People's Council. And continued information about the November regular meeting of the People's Committee of the Nan Province taking place on the morning of November 23rd, chaired by the Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc. Leaders of the People's Council, Provincial People's Committee, departments and branches discussed and analyzed the causes and limitations in implementing the socio-economic tasks in 2023. 2023 is a very difficult year, but TayNinhTV has made efforts to achieve the targets in all fields. The province's economic growth is estimated at 5.5% over the same period. 13 over 20 targets met and exceeded, and 7 targets did not meet the resolution, but the results were also at a high level compared to the national average. Notably, in difficult times, attracting investment is still a bright spot. Attracting foreign investment capital is estimated at $750 million, up to 8.4% over the same period. TayNinhTV ranked 15th in the countries in attracting foreign investment. The social security policies are implemented fully, promptly and in accordance with the regulations, ensuring the contributions of the social security. Besides the positive results, the leader of the Provincial People's Committee also pointed out limitations and shortcomings that need to be overcome. Many problems were raised and solutions proposed. Mr. Voduk, standing vice chairman of the People's Committee of the Nan Province, requested the Department of Labor, Work Values and Social Affairs to have a report explaining labor and employment targets and poverty reduction programs. At the same time, asked the district to focus on implementing the promise to disperse on the capital of the National Target Program and Poverty Reduction Targets by 2023. The localities building new style rural areas should pay attention to promoting the implementation criteria, specifically the criteria that do not require investment capital to maintain a new rural communes and model new rural areas and also enhance new rural areas. To prepare well for the task in 2024, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, chairman of the People's Committee of the Nan Province, proposed to properly evaluate the achieved results and reasons for unmet targets, closely follow the resolution of the Provincial Party Committee and the resolution of the Provincial People's Council. And on November 23rd, the Provincial Department of Natural Resources and Environment organized a training conference to disseminate and improve the legal knowledge on climate change, greenhouse gas inventory, and biodiversity in 2023 for about 20 official civil servants of departments, branches, and localities in the province. At the conference, the delegates heard from the presenters who are experts and PhD at the institutes and universities in the city of Ho Chi Minh City, guides and implements the legal documents on biodiversity, update climate change and sea level rise scenarios for the Vietnam, guide the database to serve the development and implementation of solutions to mitigate and adapt to climate change in the province. The energy audit, transforming economic role models to green, applying circular economic models through economical and efficient exploitation and use of natural resources and energy also. And on November 24th, a training course will continue to the leaders and officials in charge of environmental protection, of production and business establishments in the province, and establishments subject to implement the greenhouse gas inventory.
Turn to other news. Ladies and gentlemen, the Standing Journalists and Newspaper Association convened in Congress for the 2023-2025 term in the afternoon on November 22, 2023. Mr. Yu Xuân Trường, Director of TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station and Chairman of TayNinh Provincial Journalists Association, Mr. Nguyễn Thế Lực, Standing Vice Chairman of TayNinh Province Journalists Association, as well as members who work for TayNinh Newspaper and participate in association activity, were present at the Congress.
TayNinh Newspapers, the branch of Journalists Association, convened its Congress for the 2023-2025 term in the afternoon of November 22, 2023. Mr. Nguyễn Thế Lực, Standing Vice Chairman of TayNinh Provincial Journalists Association, Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of TayNinh Radio and Television Station and Chairman of TayNinh Provincial Journalists Association, as well as members who work for TayNinh Newspaper and participate in association activities, were present at the Congress. Members actively participate in the creation of awards for the provincial and central journalism awards, and they have won numerous prizes in contests such as National Regional Journalism Awards, Journalism Awards on Party Building of TayNinh Province, Golden Hammer and Silver Press Award, and TayNinh Provincial Press Award. The RAP's report on activities for the 2020-2023 term and operating directives for the 2023-2025 term was debated and provided feedback by Congress members, discussed and exchanged a wide range of useful journalism related to journalistic profession. Speaking at the Congress, Standing Vice Chairman of TayNinh Journalists Association Nguyễn Thế Lực appreciated the propaganda of TayNinh Newspaper. Hopefully, in the coming time, it will continue to perform well the task of propagating and disseminating the party's policies and guidelines and the state's legal policies. There is cohesion between organizations in social activities. The Congress elected the Association Secretariat for the term of 2023-2025, including members. Mr. Dương Nguyễn Hoàng Anh, Deputy Editor-in-Chief of TayNinh Newspaper, is the Secretary of the branch.
And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of November 23rd in the Hoa District, the Rinso Party Committee, the People Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Philan Front Committee of Long An Province solemnly held the 60th anniversary of the victory in the Battle of Hip Hoa. November 23rd of 1963, November 23rd of 2023, and received the Ho Chi Minh Medal. The ceremony was attended by Police Bureau member, the President Võ Văn Thưởng, Police Bureau member and Secretary of Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Nên, Secretary Party Central Committee and Head of the Central Commission for Propaganda and Education Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa. At the ceremony, the President Võ Văn Thưởng awarded the Ho Chi Minh Medal, a noble award from the party and the state, to the party committee, the government, and the people of Long An Province for their great and special contribution and stout in the revolutionary course of the party and the nation. Speaking at the celebration, the Secretary of the Party Central Committee and Head of the Central Propaganda Department emphasized that Long An in the performed period has a very important strategic position in the southern key economic region, and therefore, to achieve the goal of striving to maintain a leading position in the Mekong Delta region by 2025 and the vision to 2030 to be a well-developed province in the southern key economic region, the party committee, the authority, and the people of the province, and it is necessary to maximize the potential and advantages of the province, drastically, synchronously, and also effectively deploy the provincial planning in accordance with the National Master Plan, Nation Sector Planning, and the Mekong Delta Regional Planning also. And ladies and gentlemen, since September the 18th, the inspection team of the Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Medicine has coordinated with many relevant units and localities to actively inspect the transportation, storage, and use of prohibited fishing gear to exploit fishery in the province. The inspection team conducted many inspections day and night, focusing on cases of transportation, storage, and use of prohibited fishing gear such as mud balls, scrapers, fountain cages, trolleys, and electric pools for aquatic exploitation of the products, and thereby the inspection team preps the situation of the areas where violations of the law on exploitation and protection of aquatic resources often occur in order to take the management measures. At the same time, handling administrative violation contributes to raising the people's awareness when participating in fishery exploitation. And on November the 22nd, the inspection team continued to inspect a number of areas on Dầu Tiếng Lake Reservoir in Tân Châu District and confiscated many types of fishing gear prohibited for use in fishery exploitation. And recently, the organizer of the program From Heart to Heart of the Ninh Radio and Television Station and the Red Cross Society of Châu Thành District came to give the money that the audience and sponsor donated to the character of the program. The character that the program From Heart to Heart share now is Nguyễn Thị Kim Uyên, born in 2012, currently living in Chom Dừa Hamlet, Đồng Khởi Commune of Châu Thành District. She has a complicated heart disease, heart failure, malnutrition, tricuspid vein regurgitation, and has undergone 2 surgeries. Currently, Uyin's health is not good. She cannot absorb nutrients from food and she must drink special nutrient milk to maintain her health. And after the program aired, the audiences and sponsors from near and far donated a total of 16 million Vietnam dong with the hope that this amount of money would help the child's family have the conditions to buy the meal to improve her health for the child as well as continuing treatment so that Uyên can return to health and be able to go to school and study with other friends. And ladies and gentlemen, Vietnam rice export price in 2023 continues to rise to the top of the world, reaching the highest level in more than 10 years. On the other hand, this shows that the position of Vietnamese rice is increasingly improving, but it also poses many challenges and pressure for the rice export businesses when they have to ensure the previously signed contracts in the context of rice prices in water increases day by day. In some major traditional markets, Vietnam rice price always remain above 660 USD per ton, and leading the world. Rice export output has also increased sharply, and today reaching for 7.37 million tons, worth for 4.15 billion US dollar, and exceeding that of 2022. Experts says that the reason Vietnamese rice prices increased sharply is due The scarcity of supply, many businesses find it difficult to meet the export order side before when domestic rice prices are also high. Looking at the accompanying policies, I think that rice the coming winter-spring crop will be more stable, but it stands at a high price that is beneficial to the farmers and trying to make export businesses sell it is not. If you sell far away and don't compete to buy or sell, then the market will be stable. In fact, current opportunities are considered to be short-term, mainly depending on the changes in the local market and policy changes of some other major exporting countries, and therefore, in the short term, businesses take advantage of opportunities, but in the long term, the most important thing is to improve the quality of Vietnamese rice and develop a cohesive and effective production system also. If there is a commodity chain ecosystem built for farmers, cooperatives, as well as export processing enterprises to cooperate with each other, this changing story will bring value to all elements in the value chain. And after passing this stage, the businesses and farmers both have certain benefits. The price of Vietnamese rice at the top of the world is a good sign, as the position of Vietnamese rice is increasingly enhanced. However, not rice export in particular and rice production in general to develop sustainably. Building a chain to links and ensuring the harmony of benefits between the stages in the chain is the most fundamental thing. Only then will the value of Vietnam's rice export be long-term, truly promoting its role in ensuring global food security.
The audience many years ago, at the end of the year, broiler chicken prices tended to increase due to increased demand for year-end parties and weddings, especially when large quantity would be consumed for the Lunar New Year. But recently, the price of broiler chicken has been unstable even before, during, and after Tet. So many farms raising chicken for Tet are worried and do not want to increase their flocks. Although livestock farming tends to readily shift to concentrated farming, the number of households raising traditional chicken on small scale and semi-centrally always exists due to real-life needs. Mr. Đỗ Đăng Chinh in Hoa Thành Commune, Châu Thành District established a rebrand. Mr. Đỗ Đăng Chinh in Hoa Thành Commune, Châu Thành District established a rebrand chicken farm in 2016. At one time, the chicken farm had up to 6,000 chicken, mainly consumed in traditional markets and sold to traders. Recently, raising chicken is less profitable, so he gradually reduced the number, leaving only one farm with 2,000 chicken for scale. And small farmers are under pressure to raise hand for longer than larger livestock corporation and enterprise. Small-scale livestock farming is challenging. Concentrated farming per company. On the other hand, frequently used low processes develop their breed, process their food, and farm for shorter period of time. Product prices are consistently low and stable, and consumers can easily prepare reprocessed chicken meat. Small-scale livestock farming is difficult to compete with.
And ladies and gentlemen, recently in the Ninh province, there have been a number of consecutive cases of people taking advantage of the names of officials of provincial military command and military commands of district, town, and also the Ninh city to make phone calls, texting businesses to book parties, buy goods, etc., to fraudulently appropriate property. This is a violation of the law and at the same time negatively affects the reputation and honor of the army officers and soldiers and needs to be strictly handled. A typical example is the incident that just happened on November 20th of 2003 at Thành Lợi Rice Granary in the Ninh city, owned by Mr. Lâm Văn Lợi. The subject name Vũ Văn Thông called the store claiming to be a logistic official of Hoa Thành Town Military Police Department, ordered for 6 tons of rice worth for 115,500,000 Vietnam dong and transfer a deposit of 500 Vietnam dong. At the same time, used Yellow number to text and request delivery to the Hoa Thành Town Military Command on November 21st. In addition, the subject also requested to buy more canned meat for delivery. Realizing this politicized fraud, the right granary owner contacted the Town Police Department to verify, and the unit determined not to place the above order. This is one of many cases of impersonating army officials to commit fraud in the province, and it can be seen that the firm that subjects often use is calling businesses and individuals to place orders and buy and sell, ask the victim to transfer money to buy gifts worth from the several millions to hundreds of millions Vietnam dong, and promise to pay when they receive the goods. When the victim transfers the money, the subject block phone, Zalo, and Facebook contact with the victims. For the policies of the party committee and the military command, in the process of transaction, purchases and sales, the officials of the city police department will directly transact with the contract, not using forms of social networks such as Zalo or Facebook and strange phone numbers to conduct transactions and buy and sell things. And to avoid being taken advantage of by bad guys, people need to be wary when receiving calls from strangers claiming to be military officials to place the orders. In case of doubt, please contact the agency or the units subject claims to be working for to confirm the information or immediately report to the nearest military or police agencies.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.